very prog. Did somebody throw Dream Theater in here? Come on. This is so cool. Okay, I gotta stop this because this is so badass. This is so cool. So I've heard the composer does love prog. By the way, while I do this, somebody suggested that I turn this down to a lower. It is at 720. Oh well. It's fully, this is prog like Dream Theater. How many of you guys are familiar with Dream Theater? This has got such a Dream Theater vibe, but where the composer really punches up his skill set, as far as I'm concerned, is his escorting composition of the strings and everything behind it. So principally, we do have drums, guitar, bass. That's really holding this together. But a lot of the chugs that are happening with the guitar are being followed by, you know, the lower ends of the string section, you know, in a very kind of a bold, you know, spiccato kind of chunkiness. Now, I don't know if on this particular recording, if he did live orchestral composition with this, which sometimes, I'm not saying, I'm sure he does this in tour, I'm sure he can do this, but just as a professional producer, composer, and engineer, it's an SOB to lock as tight as this is, live play, drums, bass, guitar, you know, especially when there's overdubs. See, there's some guitar overdubs here. You can hear harmonies. You can hear like the melody here and then the harmony on this side with the guitar work. So you could take those band stems, let's say he did hire guys to do the band, and you could take those stems, let's say into a session where there's a live orchestra, but because of the human nature and the response of a lot of instruments, even the most nanosecond of being slight lag is going to be evident. Doesn't mean it can't be nudged in the process in editing and stuff like that. But without a doubt, this is absolutely as proggy as you can get, and my reference to this is Dream Theater. Yeah? No? Yeah? What do you think? I like that. That's that tension. Oh, there's the choir. Kirby, if you're still here, thanks for the $5. I really appreciate that. I like the little rips. Ooh, that was a weird note. There was some great melodic lead that's going on in the background, but it's sunk so far out in the back. Now, I'm noticing that people are saying this is a remake. So is this not The music that's in the game? I mean, obviously it did say remake. The whole game is a remade. So is this just kind of an updated... Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. So, because the reason why I asked too is because, okay, for those of you who play this, while this song is playing in this boss section, is there a lot of jumping and exploding and, you know, is there a lot of that going on in sound effects? The only reason why I ask, because I'm going to take this back a few seconds, maybe about 20 seconds, and if you can, listen for the lead guitar line, even though there's even though the power melody is on top of us. Da 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 da. Oh shit. Da 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 da. Listen to the lead work, but the lead work is sunk into the mix. But that lead work is super badass. Weird little turnaround there. Yeah, that bass is cooking. See how the kick is kind of buried from the kit? I'm going to guess that the drums are programmed, which is really neither here or there, but yeah, see, that's right, and the drums do hit. Also, for some of you old schoolers, there's a little bit of kind of influences from like Styx. You guys remember that band Styx from way back? I mean, you guys, I should be probably asking your parents. But it's a lot of Prague influence that's pulled in now. And what was the name? What was the name of this composer again? Was his first name Nobu? I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. I'm only asking you. What I'd like to, tell me this composer's name, if you don't mind. Yes, Nobu. So what, Nobuo, thank you. So he might be my age. I think he's one of these legacy composers, and if he's my age in his 60s, then I can hear how the influence was pulled. Like he's old enough to have been, you know, through that super prog shift that happened from, you know, ELO and stuff like that from the 70s all the way across to bands like Styx, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I can hear that in some of that composition and stuff. So, oh, he's 63? Okay, good. He's a year older than me, or a year and a half older than me. So that's how old I am. So, okay, let's continue on. I just wanted to bring that up because I hear Styx-style arrangements that are escorting the turnaround and the chord changes. And of course, we are hearing guitar overdubs and harmonies, too, you know, that are right down the middle. Okay, continue. right, Xenold Wise. Yes, I agree. All right. That was great. Kikoa, mahalo. Thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. Okay, I gotta stop that. You see, this is the fun that I can have on Twitch. This is the fun here that I can have on Twitch that I normally don't do my reactions. Let me go back about 15 seconds. Listen to the bass turnaround that he plays before we go into the chord change. Because a lot of times, you know, the bass players will stay really tight in the pocket, follow the changes and stuff. But where I look for the real, you know, spicy runs by the bass players when they're gonna just about before they do a chord or a change or a turnaround. So let me go back and let's listen for this bass thing. Here it is. That was great. Nice unison play there. So the lead guitar is doing the melody and the strings following it. That's tight unison right there. Yeah, there is some Leonard Skinner in there for sure. That was a huge. Wait, I want to address something really quick. Somebody said that they heard me say that something was a game winner, a Nintendo 794. I don't know. I was just reading somebody else's post or chat, so I don't know if that was a game winner, but somebody said it was. So anyhow, this was absolutely huge. Two things I want to say about this before I take one more suggestion, and then I got to go because I feel now my throat's starting to tickle, and that's not a good sign. And I can't smell my own farts now, so that's not a good sign. If I can't taste the smell, I'm kidding about that. Sorry, bad old man joke. It sucked. One of the things I want to bring up about this is the fact that the engineering on this, I'm going to really lean into the fact was more of a large orchestral engineer by virtue of where the drums were placed in the mix. So let's just say a metal or a heavy metal engineer that does have string, let's say string experience or orchestral string experience, be it hybrid or live. Whoever who's ever behind the console, whatever influence they may lead in with, if they're more of a heavy metal engineer or a hybrid or a pop engineer or something, you're going to hear different mixes because of what they're used to bringing front and forward. Also, what's going to temper that is going to be the producer sitting in the room while this is being mixed. And in this case, if Nobuo, I'm sure he's there. He's more of a composer, though he does have a huge palette of arrangements and stuff he pulls from. But by probably understanding and knowing that the more larger orchestrated stuff, the choral pieces, whatever it was saying in choir, maybe it was its own language or Latin or something, and all that. If you notice, that still took precedence in the mix. But it was a very good representation of the guitars, bass, and drums in there. as well as the creepy as that organ. You know, when that organ comes in, you know, there's that little vibe that happens there. That was actually, there were some parts though where I felt like the drums were getting drowned out and overwhelmed a little bit, but that's just me throwing darts, you know, so. Fart jokes are timeless. Okay, we're back at it, guys. My last track for the OST, Gerudo Valley, The Legends of Zelda. Let's do this. All right. Qua. Do we have flamenco? Yeah, it's all. Qua. Do we have flamenco? CS frame, I love those. What do you call those? Emotes? I don't have emotes yet. I'm not allowed to yet. Yes, and the clapping. Only 4 chords in the change. There has to be a flamenco remake of this, yeah? There is. Jinxie just told me, yeah. Jensen is. Makes me want to grab my guitar. Well, I feel like... Oh, it's looping now? Okay. Yeah, it sounded like, I mean, we're getting into a repeat pattern. Oh. Got it. Okay, yeah, it's looping. There's only a little bit left, though. A few more seconds. Might as well listen to it. I would love. Yeah, the harmonizing on the trumpets are great, even though it's all MIDI. It works for me. What year was this? Can you guys tell me really quick what year? Yeah, it looped out. What year was this when this released? 98. Okay, so that's why it's all MIDI. Okay. All right, got you covered. All right, I get that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look up on my own, like some flamenco stuff on this, because I can imagine if we had some live flamenco and percussion and foot stomps and claps behind it also with the flamenco players, was going to add a whole different element to it. Even if they stuck 100% to this arrangement, if you were to just remove the MIDI implications, if you would, and just gave it to live musicians, this thing must pop. I'm going to find that on my own. So, hi, aloha, how's it? Crescendo38, how's it? Well, I'm sorry, Crescendo, if you're just getting here, because I'm just now going to leave. I've been here for an hour and a half. I only wanted to be here for 15, 20 minutes to get a little bit of help on what kind of game gear I needed to get my life in order. And here I am now an hour and 40 minutes later because I do yap. Gosh, do I yap. All right, guys, aloha. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a killer day. And I will be back here unless this sinks into my chest and I get sick. I will be back here Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys, take care. Aloha. And like I always say, if you're still here, type in, I'm still here. Well, of course you are, because you're still here. All right, guys, take care of yourself. Aloha. See ya. Look at that. I'm still here. 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 I like that. You guys are the best. I'm having a blast. All right, guys, take care. Aloha. See you later.